Hey guys, my name's Beth and I'm here with a video for student life. This week I've decided to share what I've eaten for dinner every day. I've done this because I know as a student it can be a struggle to keep to budgets, not waste food and just cook for yourself. So I start on Monday, and when I got home from work I sat down and I planned everything that I was gonna eat for the week. I do like to do this and I might not stick to the exact plan, but this means that when I go to the supermarket I don't overspend, because if I don't have a list I will come back with nothing to make any food and probably just a load of snacks. By the time that I got home from the supermarket I felt like I didn't really have that much time to cook and I was really hungry, so on Monday I just cooked a jacket potato. Now I really like having a jacket potato because if you can mix it up, you can put whatever sort of toppings you want on, whether that's like cheese, beans, like leftover chilli if you've got some. I literally just went with cheese and coleslaw and a bit of salad on the side. And I did this because the cheese, coleslaw and salad I bought to have with my lunches throughout the week, so it meant that I wasn't going to waste any food or ingredients because then I was going to use it at other points. On Tuesday I felt like I didn't really have that much time, so I went with a stir fry. What I really like about stir fries, similarly to the jacket potato, you can put whatever you fancy in, whatever you've got in the cupboard and the fridge, make it your own. I went with peppers and onions, which is a bit plain. I then made a bit of a sweet chilli and garlic sauce to go with it, and I always put in some cashew nuts because I don't really eat much meat, so I find that it just kind of bulks it out a little bit. On Wednesday I decided to try something different, so I tried to make burritos. Now I can't say I've ever done this before, I tend to stick to like tacos and stuff. So I started out by making some spicy rice that I was then using as the base. I did this was really cheap to make, I did it from scratch. Then I fried up the corn mince. I use this instead of actual like beef mince because I prefer it. I'd rather not eat that much meat, and I also find it cheaper if you do manage to get it in the sale. When it came to making the burritos up, I added some sweet corn to it because I had a tin in the cupboard, and then some grated cheese, and then I failed at wrapping it and ended up eating it with a knife and fork. On Thursday I went with the most student meal of all, a pasta bake. So for my pasta bake I actually make my sauce from scratch. I do this for a number of reasons. One, because a tin or a carton of tomatoes is about half the price of an actual jar of pasta sauce. By doing this I tend to find that I have enough sauce for just the portion I'm making, rather than buying a jar of sauce and having like half of it go to waste in the fridge when I never end up using it. On Friday I decided to make myself a cottage pie, and what I liked about this was the fact that it had everything that I'd used throughout the week in, so like potatoes, onions, peas, corn mince, stock cubes, but the meal itself was completely different from what I'd eaten. This meant that I wasn't wasting any of the ingredients that I'd bought. It means that I was also getting a really tasty meal out of it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching what I've made for my dinner this week, and hopefully you've picked up some tips on how to reduce waste and stick to your budget as well. See you soon.